ICDS Integrated Child Development Services. It was started in October 2, 1975, and it is under the Ministry of Women and Child Development. So, this is the logo of the ICDS. So, what is the objectives of the Integrated Child Development Service? So, one is the holistic development of the child. Holistic development of the child means child's social component, physical component, nutritional component. All these development of the child is to be considered. Second objective is the safe motherhood. So it is the main objective is the good development of the child, also entire holistic development of the child and safe motherhood. These are the two objectives of ICDS. Next, who are the beneficiaries of ICDS? One is child, mother, and adolescent girls. Child means the age is 0 to 6 years of child. Mother is both pregnancy and lactating mother. And adolescent girls mean all the girls which is up to the age of 19 years. So all these are the beneficiaries of ICDS. So, benefits of ICDS. So, what are they doing? So, the main first benefits. First, its duty is to give supplementary nutrition. So, who all people they are doing? They are giving this supplementary nutrition. One is they are giving to child, then mother and malnourished child. So what all supplementation they are giving? They are giving calories, protein, and we have to remember about what is the Indian rupees they are providing. They are for per person how many rupees they are spending. So calories for children they are supplying supplementary nutrition they are providing. For child it is 500, for mother it is 600, for malnourished child it is much more higher level, that is 800. Protein for child they are giving 12 to 15 grams, for mother they are providing 15 to 20 grams, and malnourished child they are providing 20 to 25 grams. So if we ask about the Indian rupees, so child they are in Indian rupees they are spending 8 rupees per child. For mother they are spending 9.5 rupees per a woman, and malnourished child it is more spending, that is 12.5 rupees. So the second duty they are doing is non-formal education for the children. That is like non-formal education. It's like basic lifestyle, what all manners they have to follow, what are the basic hygiene, like hand washing, respecting elders. All these basic level of non-formal education these Anganwadi workers are giving. And next duty is facilitating immunization. Facilitating immunization means Anganwadi workers themselves are not doing the immunization, but they are calling the people, calling the mother and mother and child, and they are also calling the health workers, and they are facilitating, starting the initiating process. They are doing the facilitating the immunization. Third duty is to promote family planning service, and also they provide basic health care. Basic health care means they are supplying all the syrups and paracetamols, like basic essential kind of medicines they are also providing. And next, the most important function is the adolescent health. With respect to adolescent health, there is a scheme called Adolescent Girl Health Scheme, or it is called the AG scheme. And now lately it is changed into Kishori Shakti Yojana. It has three strategies. One strategy is girl to girl approach. So girl to girl approach means different girls are coming, and they are having interaction between each other. So they are providing workshop for girls so that they can interact their ideas like that. So that is girl to girl approach. And second strategy is Balika Mandals. Balika Mandals means it is a group of girls who have leadership quality. These group of girls come together. They form. They equipped their leadership quality so that they can guide the society. and other girls in that community. So that is the Balika Mandals. Third is Shabla scheme. Inside the in the Sabla scheme is actually a state-wise enabled program. So it is for the overall adolescents girls development. So inside the Shabla scheme, there are a lot of programs are involved and integrated with Shabla scheme. One among us NSDP, that is National Skill Development Program. So under this scheme, the girls are given provisions to enhance their skills. Another is ARSH, that is adolescent reproductive sexual health, and that is also now lately called as AFHC, that is Adolescent Friendly Health Clinic. So, in this program, the women are given basic, basic necessary education and giving provision for dealing with the menstrual hygiene, supply of the sanitary pads. They are giving a service regarding the sexually transmitted infections, menstrual complaints. All these are dealt with the adolescent reproductive sexual health or adolescent family health clinic. Another program that is integrated under the Shabla scheme is PDS, that is a public distribution system, or the other is WBNP, that is wheat based nutrition program. That is mainly relating to the supply of the nutrition, the wheat, cereal supplements to the supply to the poor girls. Another is AMB, that is Anemia Book the Bharat scheme. So they are supplying iron and folic acid supplements to women and children. So this is the Shabla scheme. This is one of the scheme that comes under the adolescent health provision service that is provided by the ICDS. Another duty of the ICDS or Anganwadi is the ICDS training. So the Anganwadi workers, they have to concurrently update their education, their knowledge. So that is that training, that scheme is called as Udisha. So they have to update their knowledge, concurrently update their knowledge. So ICDS training is also one of the service provided by ICDS. And next is the main function of the Anganwadi workers is growth monitoring by ICDS growth chart. So how they are weighing the child is by using the Salter scale, and the accuracy of the Salter scale is 100 gram. So we all know that the growth chart that contains three curves. The uppermost curve represents the median, and the second curve below that represents the -2 standard deviation, and the most below curve represent -3 standard deviation. And this is scaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years of age of the child. This is recorded. And how the child should be progressing. The curve should be like uprising. Actually this drawn by me is somewhat slanting. It is not like that. It is some much more steep curve. So the curve should be uprising, then it is considered normal. Now, what are the newest strategies of the ICDS? So, two strategies are there. One is Sneha Shivar. That is especially focused on a malnourished child. Both the child physical and social factors are considered. Physical means malnourishing. The correcting the malnutrition of child is one thing, and much more challenging thing is the social, that is preventing the malnourishment in the future. That is a much more challenging thing. That is the social focus of the dealing with the malnourishment of the child. Second is Anganwadi Karyakarti Bhima Yojana, that is giving health insurance for Anganwadi workers. These are newer strategies. Now we study about how is the organization of the ICDS. So we already know that Anganwadi workers are the most grassroots level workers. So they are giving service to about 800 to 1000 population. Technically speaking, it is 800. So in approximately Anganwadi, one Anganwadi for 1000 population, they are giving service. Above, just above the Anganwadi workers is the Anganwadi supervisor. So they are giving, there are under a supervisor, there are 25 Anganwadi workers. So the Anganwadi supervisor giving service to 25,000 population. And the most apex above the Anganwadi supervisor is the Child Development Project Officer, that is CDPO. And they are working at the, they are situated at the block level. And under a child development project officer, there are 4 Anganwadi supervisors. So that means they are covering a population of 1 lakh population. So this is the organization of the ICDS. Now last point is, what is mini Anganwadi? Mini Anganwadi is covering only a very mini area which is with a lesser population, that is around 150 to 300 population. So these are all the important points of latest updates of ICDS. Thank you.